Please get ready for the passage. Now I turn to environment. Harnessing renewable energy sources to reduce dependence on fossil fuels is now recognized as a credible strategy for combating global warming and climate change. To build the corpus of the National Clean Energy Fund announced earlier, Madam Speaker, it is proposed to levy a clean energy cess on coal produced in India at a nominal rate of rupees 50 per ton. This cess will also apply to imported coal. In pursuance of government's resolve to implement the National Solar Mission, it is proposed to provide a concessional customs duty of 5% to machinery, instruments, equipment, appliances, etc. required for the initial setting up of photovoltaic and solar thermal power generating units. It is also proposed to exempt them from central excise duty. Similarly, ground source heat pumps used to tap geothermal energy would be exempt from basic customs duty and special additional duty. Wind energy has shown promising growth in the country in recent years. As a measure of further relief, it is proposed to exempt a few more specified inputs required for the manufacture of rotor blades for wind energy generators from central excise duty. LED lights are staging a debut as a highly energy efficient source of lighting for streets, homes, and offices. Central excise duty on these is being reduced from 8% to 4% at par with compact fluorescent lamps. The humble cycle rickshaw is now being acclaimed as an environment friendly means of transport. CSIR has developed an innovative product called Solexa to replace manually operated rickshaws. It runs on batteries which are charged by solar power. It is proposed to provide a concessional excise duty of 4% to this product. Its key parts and components are also being exempted from customs duty. To encourage the use of biodegradable materials, it is proposed to exempt the import of compostable polymer from basic customs duty. Medical equipment, instruments, and appliances are subjected to a very complex import duty regime based on several long lists that describe individual items. Multiple rates coupled with descriptions not aligned with tariff lines result in disputes and at times prevent state of art equipment from getting the benefit of exemption. It is proposed to prescribe a uniform concessional basic duty of 5%, CVD of 4% with full exemption from special additional duty on all medical equipment. A concessional basic duty of 5% is being prescribed on parts and accessories for the manufacture of such equipment, while they would be exempt from CVD and special additional duty. Full exemption currently available to medical equipment and devices such as assistive devices, rehabilitation aids, etc., is being retained. The concession available to government hospitals or hospitals set up under a statute is also being retained. The manufacturers of orthopedic implants have represented that their inputs attract a higher rate of duty than the finished product. It is proposed to exempt specified inputs for the manufacture of such implants from import duty. India is a nation of movie goers. The film industry has been experiencing difficulties in importing digital masters of films for duplication or distribution loaded on electronic medium vis-a-vis those imported on cinematographic film owing to a differential customs duty structure. It is proposed to rationalize this by charging customs duty only on the value of the carrier medium. The same dispensation would apply to music and gaming software imported for duplication. In keeping with the tradition of Indian cinema, however, a surprise ending shall be provided. In all such cases, the value representing the transfer of intellectual rights would be subjected to service tax. Cable transmission of infotainment is undergoing a transformation with the adoption of digital technology. The multi-service operators need to invest in digital head-end equipment. To enable this, it is proposed to provide project import status at a concessional customs duty of 5% with full exemption from special additional duty to the initial setting up of such projects. Madam Speaker, I beg to lay a statement informing this august House of an important matter concerning India's foreign relations. India and Pakistan held talks at the level of foreign secretaries in New Delhi yesterday. The invitation to the Pakistan Foreign Secretary should be seen in the context of government's desire to ensure communication between the two countries to address the core concerns relating to terrorism directed against us from Pakistan and pending humanitarian issues. I wish to inform this august House that the two sides held a frank, constructive, and useful meeting. The Indian delegation stated clearly and in a forthright manner India's continuing concerns on terrorism, while noting the steps taken so far by Pakistan regarding the Mumbai terrorist attack. It was conveyed that these steps did not go far enough to bring the perpetrators of the Mumbai terrorist attack to book in an expeditious and transparent manner, nor are these steps enough to unveil the full conspiracy behind the attack. Our Foreign Secretary also stressed the need for Pakistan to take effective action to ban the anti India activities of organizations such as Jamaat ud Dawa, which has been the UNSC Resolution 1267, and their leaders who have openly and blatantly espoused an agenda of violence and terrorism against India, and also to dismantle the infrastructure of terrorism which continues to exist in the territory under Pakistan's control and used against India. Concerns regarding increased infiltration into India and ceasefire violations by Pakistan across the line of control were also conveyed, and Pakistan has been asked to take necessary steps to prevent the same. The Indian side called upon Pakistan to investigate the claims made in the territory under Pakistan's control owing the responsibility for the recent Pune blast. Additional information on terrorist activities against India emanating from Pakistan was also handed over to the Pakistani side for investigation and appropriate action. The Indian delegation reiterated the need to fulfill the repeated assurances given by the leaders of Pakistan not to allow the use of Pakistani soil for terrorist activities against India. The four rounds of composite dialogue between the two countries between 2004 and 2007 had been premised on those assurances. The Pakistan Foreign Secretary expressed the desire and determination of the government of Pakistan to make all possible efforts for a successful conclusion of the Mumbai attack trial, which is underway in Pakistan. He stated that Pakistan was determined not to allow its territory to be used for terrorist activity against any country, and said that the additional information provided by India will be studied. The two delegations agreed to address some urgent and humanitarian matters relating to the release of fishermen and prisoners in each other's custody.